Hey loves, welcome back to our channel. I'm your host Elomo and I'm talking about relationships, great lifestyle. And today's video, before I even get into today's video, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much. You guys have shown me love, constant love. This is true love. I mean, this is what they call true love story. You guys have shown me love. You guys have been responding positively to my videos. I'm grateful. Like I said, this year on this channel is the year, so please continue in that spirit. Okay, so today's video we're going to be talking about this African mentality about people traveling abroad. Does traveling abroad actually guarantee success? This table I want to shake. Oh my god, I feel like so many people are on this table and I want to just shake it and just scatter everybody. But yeah, that's what we're going to be talking on today's video. Does traveling abroad actually guarantee success in life? I'm going to give you my own opinion, and I want you guys who are watching to please leave down your own opinion in the comment section. Let's educate ourselves on this topic, because this particular topic, it has lasted for ages and it will still last for ages. But let's just have this discussion here now before we move forward. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to talk about is Africans have this mentality of people who travel abroad automatically have become a success in life. That is the mentality that African people in general have. In those days, when our uncles, our aunties travel abroad, we see them like one superhuman being that have done what Napoleon left undone. It's even now in this our generation that we're trying to normalize certain things. People are even traveling, going to Dubai for vacations. In those days, when you even hear that somebody has traveled to go to Dubai for hustle, you feel like the person has made it in life. Like, you start carrying the person to one high esteem. No, we have always known that people who travel out of the country have better opportunities in life. You can hustle better, which is true. I'm not denying that fact that outside of this particular country, Cameroon, you can definitely have better opportunities that will fit the skill or the talent you have to monetize it. That's so true. But does it actually mean that if you actually travel with that skill or talent you have, you have just automatically become a success in life, as in everything is supposed to go good, smooth in your life? You have just made it. Is that actually the case? Is that actually, please, those of you who are in the abroad, please come and educate us here. What is actually the life? Because as per what I have seen, as per what I've heard from people, I have friends who are abroad, their stories I've heard, it's not that simple, right? You still have to hustle. So many people feel like they don't want to do anything in this country right now. They don't want to do anything. They're just sitting at home waiting to travel. Like, if I travel, I will do this. If I travel, I'll make money. If I travel, I'll succeed in life. But my question is, if you have not started actually adding meaning to life, like adding value to people's lives while you are still where you are, do you really think it's when you go abroad that you actually make it? Like, I mean, if you cannot start with the little things while you are back home to make yourself relevant to the society, do you think that is when you travel? I've actually seen lots of people who are not making themselves relevant to the society. Yes, they're not making themselves relevant to the society where they find themselves at that time. They believe in, when I travel, I will work hard, I will make it in life. I see. Now let's just relax. And I'm looking at you while you are here. You're not even showing any prospect or any sign of doing that thing. True, environment influences people, environment changes people, but you have to weigh yourself. Are you the kind of person that environment is going to influence like that? If you're not even showing signs and symptoms of being a millipede while you're in the country, how are you sure that when you're going to go abroad, you're going to develop wings and become able to fly there? So if you're on this table, what I want to tell you is you should actually weigh your options and make sure, check your reasons why you want to travel out of the country. It should be a genuine, legit, strong reasons that you know that this traveling you want to travel, right? You will make it irrespective of anything, because you're sure that you have a clear plan. Let me not even go to that. That's the next point. Just check your reasons why you want to travel to make sure that you're in track, right? Now, the second thing you want to do is you actually want to have a clear plan on what is going to happen in the abroad. You cannot just leave your comfort zone in your country and you go to another person's country without having a clear plan on what is going to be there. Mind you, I'm the kind of person who believes in, when we get to that bridge, we shall cross it. That's how I've been living my life all through until now, like this, that I'm here. But I'm in my father's land. Do you understand? Ibad as Ibad, I have places to turn left, right, center to. Another certain things cannot be more than me. Shelter cannot be more than me. Food cannot be more than me. Shelter is a whole big deal in the abroad, right? People pay so much money for little space. So you actually want to have a clear cut out plan. What's going to happen when you arrive? What are you going to do? Are you going to school? Are you going to hustle first for the first 1 year? After this, like, you should have a plan of what is going to happen at least in the first 5 years, so that you should not get frustrated at some point. Frustration should not step in at some point, because you just went there without a plan and you're just, now everything is more than you. This is not what you expected. Like, nah, expectation versus reality, right? Now the next thing you have to also do is to do lots of research about where you're going to. For you not to fall shock, you have to do lots of research. So Google is your friend, right? Google about the place, the weather condition of the place, the climatic condition of the place. If you have friends there, you have anybody you can talk to, they ask them, like those who are living there, how is this place? What's the economic situation of this place? What business flourishes in this place? What talent flourishes in this place? Like, you want to do all those findings, because sometimes you travel out of the country and you realize that, oh, you cannot cope in this place, it's too cold for you, or you go to this place, you'll be like, nah. So people have like health conditions, right? Cyanosis, these different illnesses that do not permit them to actually thrive in very cold areas. So you want to do your research. So these are the things you're supposed to do to avoid that thing of you going there and you're not succeeding in life, because it is actually worst for you to go there and fail in life than for you to remain in your country and fail in life. You understand? Those are two different situations. People will laugh at you differently and you will feel the impact differently. Better you don't succeed in this your country. I know people say, oh, better die while trying, but again, you don't want to die any kind of useless die, right? As a believer, as a Christian, you want to die after you have finished your assignment that you were sent here on earth to do. Sometimes even your purpose is not even in the abroad. Yes, your purpose might be in this country. So you want to know, that's the next thing I want to tell you. You want to find out what your purpose is. Yeah, purpose changes as time goes. It can change from place to place, of course, we know that. But there are some people that God has given them specific instructions, like, your purpose on this earth is to do so and so and so in this place, in so and so place. So you want to know. People travel out of the country, their purpose changes, and they find purpose in whatsoever they are doing new in the abroad. That's good, that's nice, it works for them. But remember, not everything that works for everybody works for everybody. Do you understand? Certain things will work for others and it might not work for you. So you want to know yourself first. If you're sure that God has told you that, my dear son, it might not even be a case of God telling you clear that you shall never leave your country, your purpose is here. Maybe God has told you, for these first 10 years, right, I want you to do so and so in this country, and you prognose, you go and pierce body, you go and foxing and travel out of the country before that time has reached. You'll see that you're doing everything out of the country, you're not even succeeding. You can't start blaming your village people. Nah, it's not your village people. You're stubborn to the voice of God. So make sure that when you're leaving the country is the right time you're supposed to leave, and that's when God says you want to leave. Okay, you should leave. That's when God says you should leave. So you want to check that out. If you have not finished executing your purpose in where you are, you want to finish first before going over. You don't want to leave half things here and go that way and start being confused, because you will definitely not thrive the way you're supposed to thrive. If God has said, for now, my dear child, this is where you should be. Okay. And the next thing is, I've just somehow merged into the previous point, is you should pray about your traveling. Like, you should seek the face of God about your traveling first, before anything first. Before you even want to start doing your research on the climatic condition, on the whatsoever, you should seek the face of God first. What does God say about me traveling now? Because you're like, you want to travel now, right? You should ask God what's his opinion about you traveling now, because God has good plans for us, right? Plans of good and not of evil, to prosper us and not to demote us. So you want to ask God, because you're trusting in him and you're believing that his plans of you are going to ensure they are the best plans anybody can have for another person. So you want to ask God, like, God, what are your plans for me? Am I supposed to travel now? Should I travel now? You lay your plans down in front of him. The Bible says you should write it down, right? Write it down so that anybody that reads it can run with it. So write it down, lay it in front of him and tell him that this is what I plan to do. Seek for his advice. seek for his consent. Don't just go ahead and when life has reached you here in the abroad, you start looking for God left, right, center. You definitely want to seek his face before you even traveling out. Okay. Now the last thing I'm going to say is, I started saying this before, but I did not finish it. You should definitely make sure you become relevant to your society wherever you are while trying to travel out of the country. This is what causes frustration in people's lives. They don't want to become relevant in their society where they find themselves at that time. All their head is, I want to travel, I want to travel, I want to travel, I want to travel. And you forget to enjoy the process of it, right? While you're in the process of traveling, be doing something reasonable in your life. Don't just sit there and say, oh, you want to travel, you want to travel. Because trust me, they say no knowledge is wasted knowledge, right? No knowledge is wasted knowledge. So whatever you're doing with yourself while waiting for you to travel, you might not see the direct relationship with how it's going to help you when you travel for the purpose of which you want to travel. But trust me, it will help you. Do you understand? If you're doing anything, be you're going to school while you're preparing to travel, you will use that knowledge in wherever you're going to, wheresoever you're going to. Even though you might be studying something which is unrelated to what you plan to study out of the country, but trust me, that knowledge will help you in a different domain, right? No knowledge is wasted knowledge. Be it you're learning a hand trade or you're doing an internship somewhere, like just do anything, as in anything, just so that you become relevant to the society. You add value to people's life while you are still in your country before going out of the country. When they go to the embassies and they deny them visas, you have nothing to fall back to. This is where this being relevant to your society helps you even while you're here. Because if you go to the embassy and they deny you visa, you are not demoralized as somebody who has nothing to fall back on, right? Because you had a life while you were here. You still have a life, so you can go back to your previous life while trying to work out something new. But if you don't have anything you're doing, like everything, your head, body, soul, mind, it is in the abroad, as in the abroad. When you get denied a visa, you feel like the whole world is against you. Yeah? Your whole world comes crumbling right before your eyes. You know how there was a time when I did a wedding cake and I did not stack it well and it wanted to start crumbling. Like I saw the way my hard work was crumbling right before my eyes, and it was so funny to me. But now, anyways, that was just an aside. You don't want to make sure your whole world starts crumbling right before your eyes, because that one, trust me, is so heartbreaking. I felt like I would die at that point. Like what? Just because of patience, time I was hearing. So you see, you want to have something you're doing so that if you are denied a visa, ibad as ibad, you will continue your life here, you continue your schooling, you continue your internship, you continue your job, you continue your voluntary, whatsoever you're doing, you will continue it before you're trying to sort out a way. Because please, Africans, let's do better. Let's stop putting pressure on people who are out of the country that they have succeeded. Most of us just assume that when you're out of the country, it means that automatically you're succeeded. People start calling left, right, center, making demands as if they don't have breathing space. They start calling left, right, center, making demands. You start pouring all your problems on that person because you feel like the person has made it. And if they refuse to give you money, oh, you're wicked. Oh, you're stingy. Oh, you're this, you're that, you're that. Please, let's do better. They are working hard as much as we are working hard, irrespective of the fact that maybe their country is making life easier for them, but they still have to work hard, right, to maintain their standard of living. If you even want to look at it technically, outside the good roads, the good hospital systems and all that they enjoy there, if you want to look at who is enjoying life real, you see that we are even enjoying life real, because you work very little and you play very much. Please check up on them. It doesn't mean they're out of the country means that they don't have any problem in life. Please normalize checking up on your people who are out of the country without asking for money. Family members, without asking for money. So having said that, what's your own idea about traveling abroad? Do you think that you cannot make it in this country? As in never, you can never make it.
You don't have future here. You don't have future. You can never make it. Think about your life. You are a failure. You can never make it.
Never you say never, as in you can never make it in this Cameroon. People are making money in this Cameroon, so why can you not make it? You can make it, but maybe if your destiny is for the abroad, definitely go with your destiny, run with it, and do have a beautiful life. Okay, anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm definitely going to see you unfailingly by the help of God on my next one. Okay, bye fam.